Hello, and welcome to our tutorial. Today we're going to show you how to be doing some masking and some 3D modeling importing into Nuke X. So here we're going to start off with our view. You're going to start off making a read node, just doing tab, typing in read. And with that you're going to import your image of whatever background you're doing. After that, we're going to go into importing our 3D model. I should say here with that and that. We'll have our background. After that, we will start off with making a scene. Here, typing in again, tab scene, and with that will create the 3D space that you need to be importing your 3D model. And to import your 3D model, here you're going to just do a read geo, and with that you will be importing a 3D model into that, with which you need to do a .fbx, which is the preferred file type that you need to be putting into it. And then with that 3D model you will need to be putting in your texture, which I have here, which again you'll just be doing another read node like you did with the background. So it's just a simple image. You'll be making a basic materials right there to be making your read geo, so that way you'll connect it to your 3D model, and that way your 3D model is able to be seen with a texture. And after that, we are going to be putting in a couple of lights here. We have a point light and a normal light here we are putting into our scene. And after that, we are also going to be needing a camera. Before that, we're going to need to put in a scanline render, and with that is able to render out the 3D image, the 3D space that you're making, and actually put it into your 2D space that you're working with. And so you'll take your scene 1, connect it to that, your camera, and connect it to that. And now here you can see we have a color correct that we did, which allowed us to mess with how the color came out, and again, as it says, correct it. And so that's just able to make it look like more of how you want it, messing around with the different attributes that you have there. And so we have that going into our merge node, which again, with anything you just tab, type it in, bring it up. And now here we have this radial coming in, which is going to be acting as a couple of our just something going into the image. This transform node here, you can see we have this so that we are able to move it around. Afterwards, this merge is going to go into this merge, and let's go ahead and just connect that into there. And so here, this, as you can see, this radial here is going to be that little exhaust that's coming out of the back of it. And with how it's going into the merge here, it goes behind your ship that we have here, because it's going into the B and that's coming into the A. And so now we're going to be doing our next thing, which is putting in a moon, which again is just like your background, putting in a read node, doing some color correction. This focus is to give it more of a slightly blurred or other effect that we did to it. After that, we have that going in transform, reformat, and then into our merge. And here you can see we have this color correction of lighting on it, some focus of more along here, and it kind of blurs out as it goes. That's what the focus here is for. And lastly, we have our radials, which you can see there's a couple of like little lights there on our ship. And so we have those radials going into transforms so that we can adjust the position and angle at which they are. We are then going to be putting them into our merge node. And you can see here now there's little lights coming off of our spaceship. And with that, as you can see here, with some good organization, you have everything how it needs to be, easy to read, it knows where it goes. And with that, that is how you do some masking with multiple images, putting in a 3D image with your read geo, and with that read geo you are able to mess with positioning, angle-wise, make it look how it is, like how we did it. And so with that, that's how you do masking, 3D models for importing, and messing around with layering and masking.